the lever, Kronk.
And we are live.
Wrong lever!
Hello, people of the interwebs.
Hello.
We have returned.
With a vengeance!
Depends on who you ask. Some of it's justifiable, others is not.
I'm here for revenge.
Look,
My
the hags know what they did.
My character's not here for vengeance, he's here for violence.
It's usually the answer.
Well, no, you see, some people choose violence when they wake up. Whenever he wakes up, violence chooses him.
Also, I posted a tabletop buffoonery. That's the STLs that I probably spent the better part of 5 days printing.
No,
Yeah,
see,
it's really cool.
see, mill of violence isn't the answer. It's the question, and the answer is yes.
See, I was thinking that. I didn't let it out.
Yeah, without going into spoilers. So that's the funny thing about Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's like, it's one of the few modules that's like, there is a peaceful option. Obviously, you guys haven't taken the peaceful option, which I am okay with.
I like to go for the peaceful option, but, you know, violence is just more efficient sometimes.
Yep.
Listen, we've been threatened with violence and reacted in kind. Like, I feel bad that we are still very quickly becoming murder hobos, but it's because everyone wants to fight us when they first meet us.
You're not wrong.
Like, I'm sure that Dom and Sola could definitely negotiate our way out of situations. We just don't choose to. Our 2 charisma scores combined, we could probably get through anything.
I think with my charisma score
Oh,
alone, I
my
could get
God.
through anything, but the problem is my character does not like to talk.
Also fair.
Because I accidentally rolled max what I could roll for charisma. For a caster.
Well, at least if you're not persuasive, you're terrifying. It's just a matter of your presence.
I don't get asked to make intimidation checks, because, again, there's rarely any talking.
I don't think I got maxed. I think I'm like 1 shy of it, though.
Yeah.
I'm almost at 20.
Yeah, I'm eyeing feats as soon as we hit level 4.
Hmm.
Because if I did, I would just have some more stupid stats, because I've got 1 stat almost to 8. Well, I've got 2 stats that with ASI would go up to 18. And I don't really need them. I mean, having a con of, like, +4 would be nice, especially for all those back pay of HP. But right now,
Yeah.
I need to be able to maximize my spells as a warlock, which is kind of hard at low levels.
Mm.
You're not wrong.
I know, I played like 5 warlocks.
It's almost like that's a shtick.
It's almost like I'm about to
Just say it's almost like you have a type.
It's almost like we're about to start up pack tactics again here coming soon, and we're probably going to have our off-screen session like next week.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's almost like you made a career out of it. Was the next step I was gonna go.
No, it's a career if it pays.
Yeah.
You do have a supplemental DM skill though, right? Or the process?
I mean, if I make at least $100 off Twitch, they'll give me money. That's a big if.
Well, you heard him, folks.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Throw the
All
hits.
right.
Do it now.
So
Yes.
how about,
Do it now.
how about we start doing introductions, because that'll give us more time to get in the people that need to get in.
Absolutely.
That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. My mom needed a tall person.
But Miller, why don't you start us off?
All right. Hello, I'm Miller Ninja. I play the illustrious Dungeon Master for these lovely guests. When you can't find me here, you can find me on Burning Bird's site, X, at Miller Ninja Nerd. You You can also find me on Twitch and at Blue Sky at Milla Ninja. With schedules kind of getting lined up at some point, I do hope to get back into streaming at some point. But you can also catch me opposite of this campaign Tuesday nights at twitch.tv/thejake, where you go through Trials of Edos, Legacy of the Deal Breakers while you do. Aside from that, that's all it from me. I was gonna go Caitlyn, but she's muted. Deluna, you go.
Luna?
I don't think he's back at his actual machine yet.
Oh, well then I'll take over. Yes, hello, I'm Caitlyn C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, places at Caitlyn C37, where I do art. Commissions are open. And very empty, actually. So if people want paintings, you find me there. The Hoshi.
Hi, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me here on Twitch. Also, this is not Twitch. This is Twitter. Wait. Okay, my brain's
Right.
still my brain's still trying to wake up at the moment. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and on YouTube as Royal Hoshi. You can also find me on Fridays on Draco's channel. I'm playing Luna and Taro as we get ready for our last battle. Ready to kill her. Draco, go.
Everyone, you can catch me here on Twitch and the Bird site, and the Butterfly site, and all those fun places as Draco Magnus at DMagnus and Draco_Magnus. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday, we do Dragon Quest Treasures. I have 3 of 7 Dragonstones, so we're almost halfway there. Tuesdays, when we're not here, you can catch me and Deluna playing through Kingdom Hearts 3. We're getting very, very close to the end of the game, so it's time for a treasure hunt! Getting all the chests I missed and those lucky emblems that I need for that secret ending. Wednesday, you can catch me for some fun sea adventures for Phantom Hourglass, where I need to once again go... Actually, I think I did go into the Temple of the Ocean King, so we just gotta find a key to get to a dungeon that's on a different island. It's a whole thing. Thursdays is our party games day, and last but certainly not least, like Hoshi said, on Fridays you can catch me with a whole bunch of people for our D&D campaign, Odyssey, A Rhapsody of Fire. Mortal Samachi is going to take on the Neo-Pantheon for the soul of Thylea. Who will win? You'll have to tune in to find out. But with that said and done, let's go to Choco.
Hello, I'm Choco. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Ko-Fi, Chocolate Zombie 101. I was streaming earlier, just a couple of hours ago. 2 big indie platformer demos came out, Glide the Dragon and Agambot. Go check them both out, they're really cool. And if you like the old school PlayStation, PS1, PS2 platformer genre, you'll love these games. You can also find me here on every other Tuesday, playing Froska. You can find me, or Veska, excuse me. Froska's a different character. You can find me earlier on Tuesdays, schedule is permitting, along with Deluna for Power Rangers Cyber Strike on twitch.tv/twitchtheperson. And then aside from that, Fridays you find myself and Deluna and some of the other people in this call over on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco for MNW Multiverse Nexus Wrestling's Friday Night Flashbang. Who hasn't gone yet?
Deluna.
I'm ready. Alright, you guys can hear me now because I'm actually on my computer now. Hello, my name is Deluna13. You can find me on Twitter at Deluna1338. You can find me everywhere else you can think you want to look for me at Deluna13. Like Draco said, every Tuesday we're not doing this. We'll be playing Kingdom Hearts 3 from now on because I got a new job, which means we can't do Fridays anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm now the bartender for a local VFW, Tina.
Ooh.
It's a simple job. It's a simple job. Just serve beer to old guys.
Oh yeah, that reminds me to get my chart up.
Ah, yes. The Zucker chart, as I like to call it.
But yeah. Chuck already mentioned Cyber Strike, and yeah, that's it for me right now, because really nothing more to note. So, Milla, or Rhino, it's Burnout, you're the last one, right?
Yes, hi. Hey, you already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, at BurnoutVaughn, and over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar, where I'm eventually going to have some rewards. I'm trying. I'm fighting. But aside from that, we just finished up another stream of Wizard Sibs and Co. play Resident Evil 5, and we got through one of the most annoying bosses, because it can only be fought with proper co-op. Ding Dong the Bat is dead. But aside from that, this week we will also have Saved by the Spell, where in the time between the last times we actually had sessions here, I've collected 2 vampire nemesises in different games by different means. And now I'm starting to feel like, yes, I do have a type. And it's the type that attracts vendettas. But keep on the lookout for that. And let's see here. That's all for now.
All right. And I think with that, if you guys are ready, I think we should go ahead and get started for tonight's episode.
Yee.
All right. Welcome one and all to tonight's episode of Phase of Our Lives, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign playthrough. When last we left our honored guests of Vexa, Rudy, Duff, Predicate, Sola, and Sandara, the party had just freshly departed from the inn at the end of the road, a wandering tavern that happened to wind its way through the very swamplands of Hither. En route towards the town of Dawnfall to confront Bavlorna Blightstraw, they happened upon the hideout of the various Haragon brigands that reside within Prismere. Led by the dashing, quite literally, Agden Longscarf, as he accosted them upon them entering his territory, they rather quite profoundly defeated him. The rest of the brigands, downtrodden by the loss of their leader, managed to scamper away and hide as the guests made themselves at home at the very tall stump located within the swamp. After a fruitful rest, they continued on further, and have now since encountered a slew of old wells guarded by will-o-wisps that have been bound to guard the places by Baflona herself, as well as bubbling gas bubbles. But they decided to skirt around the issues and not tempt fate with that regard. And as we rejoin our guests, they have found themselves at the entrance of Downfall. Where is Bavlorna? And what will the Soggy Court do upon hearing about their arrival? As the sand falls through the hourglass, let us continue with tonight's episode of Phase of Our Lives.
Well, now here's the also important question. Did we fix the map?
Yes, I have since fixed the map.
And
I
I
know
see
it's
bottom left.
Yes. And I'll go ahead and reset the scene because I know it's been quite a while. Find the right page here. Here we are. Thick fog hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you so that the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you have entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving into 2 rowboats. Manning the oars of each rowboat are 2 bullywugs. Greetings! One of the bullywugs calls out to you.
Greetings. How are you doing this fine day?
It's in a very crookish silver they respond. Very well, how about you?
Been a pretty lovely day so far. You wouldn't happen to know the way to Blarna. We wanted to meet such an esteemed person. We've heard so many wonderful things.
No, we haven't.
Dom will look at Patagas with an exhausted look.
Then Dara will slap him in the back of the head.
We haven't what? Since you said they're speaking Sylvan and Road doesn't understand Sylvan.
Ignore him.
Perhaps it would behoove you to visit His Majesty Gigulp the 19th.
Which way could we go to meet with him, His Majesty?
Well, you could head to the small docks nearby, and they point off towards this direction. Then you make your way to the stepping stones, through the balloon factory, across the bridge of Chattering Heads, and to the gazebo where he holds court.
Thank you very much.
They nod at you as they begin to paddle their boats off.
Pretty guys are just going to look to like Sola. Why do they need boats that are amphibious?
Well, maybe they didn't want to get their feet wet.
He's just going to give up.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
Just gonna say. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like wet toes.
Predacons will just gesture down to his tattered pants and no socks or shoes.
Well, it's a good thing we have a boat. So maybe they're the same.
Or they just probably hate being moist.
They're covered in a layer of mucus.
I was going to say, yeah, they're moist almost all the time, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's something that their king wants them to do? I don't know. Or something Blorna specifically wants them to do. Who could say, really?
Probably best just to keep moving on.
Yeah, we have directions.
Tally ho!
Tally ho.
All right.
I say you probably want to
So
get
you,
revealing.
as you're trudging through. Yep. Give me just a second here.
Wait, we're on like a raft, right?
I thought we had an actual boat.
Or
It's
are
been
we
so
just
long, I
walking at this
I'm gonna be
point?
real, I don't even remember how we got here. But you know what? That's in character for my character, so.
I know we like went
Yeah.
across the like gangplanks and then came here. I forget if we like boarded a raft or are we just walking at this point?
Yeah, that's a good question. Either. Yeah, because you would. Otherwise, you could have. I wasn't sure if you had requested one of the skiffs that they had.
I think we would have just taken
No,
it
I
by
think you guys would have taken the raft that you have.
Mhm.
All right. Gotta remember.
I mean, I guess it really depends which would be the better ride, the raft or their skiffs. And like, I don't think they're gonna stop us if we want to take one. Hey, look, I know we're having a bit of a rough time, you and us, because we killed your leader, but can we borrow this?
I mean, we did also rob them.
Yeah.
We should probably stop robbing people. I think that's the rule, one of the rules, isn't it?
I mean,
think
we're in the
so.
Feywild. There's really no
Possession?
rules to really follow.
Well, here
Well-
there's
Above
like
game.
three.
How it's like above game, Caitlin? How dare you tell the rogue that he can't steal anything?
She's more just parroting what she heard. Not necessarily, you know.
It's not the
If I
robbing when they're
remember,
dead,
there's
it's
three
looting.
rules here. One of them is possession.
Yeah.
Oh. I just
Like-
remember something.
Hmm?
I got 3 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes. Yes, you did.
And I have one.
And we'll... and we can deal with some of those levels on the next shorter long rest.
I got
With a
lucky.
good
I
spot
only
of
had-
tea.
I got lucky. I only got one that with that, so I only was fine.
Yeah, same for me. Last one.
All right. Yeah. As you're making your way through the stream here, you do see there is a bank and some drier ground that's off to your left as you're making your way through. Otherwise, as you make your way through it, you see that the channel begins to open up a little bit. Also, I'm grabbing Rudy just because I was hiding areas. He was just barely off.
I would say you probably don't want to hide. It's going to take us a long time to get through this.
Mhm.
I have a sneaking suspicion there might be reasons for it. You never know.
You know, I get the feeling you might be right.
I'm just saying for time's sake.
Yep.
And there's the
Yep,
dock.
and as you make your way through, you do see there are the docks to your left. Right over here.
Look, on rope.
Gordon, I'm hungry. Phew.
All right. And as you begin to embark onto the dock, I'll go ahead and reveal more of this area and describe it. Looming above a ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around wooden posts driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in its patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of a ladder and is using long silver needle and spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings. A second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to study it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap up passing insects.
Don't
Alright.
wave at them as we
Hello.
pass.
The bullywug who's holding the ladder at this point just kind of turns and nods at you.
Right. Okay, so where did those bullywugs say we needed to go from here?
The balloon factory.
Right. Excuse us, we're looking for the balloon factory?
Yeah, this is it right here. Well, actually, this is where we just fixed the balloon. If you want the actual balloon factory, it's further over that way.
Oh, is this the... This isn't the balloon that we saw earlier, is it?
No, I think
Nah.
this is
When we
a
first got
different
here?
one.
Funny thing, one was stolen recently from here.
Oh, right. The rabbit stole it, right?
No, I think it was the tiny dragon.
No, goodness, I don't remember anymore. Well, yes, we did find a balloon, though, earlier.
The bullywug who's holding the iron kind of turns at you and says, maybe you should see the king about that.
We were told to see him.
In
I thought
Sylvan.
he was... Again, back in Sylvan, we were told to meet the king. We were told he would be at the factory.
Oh. Yes, and, the bullywug that's, on the, still, who you've been talking to, who's studying the ladder, just kind of points towards the steps that are, or the path that's here. You go across the stones, you go around the factory, and then you go across another bridge, and there's a gazebo there where His Majesty King Gullup the 19th is presiding court.
Can I get the spelling of the king's name really quick, just for my notes?
Yes, sure.
Sidara just like slowly looks at Dom As the name sounds close to his.
Dollop.
Go Gallop. I don't know why I so like said Gallop.
Majesty King Gollop. I was right with the Roman numerals. Alright, well, thank you. We'll be on our way to meet His Royal Majesty.
You're very welcome.
It's not walking so fast.
No.
Sorry.
Well, at least you're honest.
Racing, got it. Noom.
All right.
No,
As you
we
make
were
your way
ramming.
over, a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway.
Solo's gonna go across it like hopscotch.
Let's see. All right, you begin to hop across the stones. Who's next?
Pretty Cots will, and
I'll take a hop across.
he's less hopping and he's more like
First.
moving on all fours, like just almost like this was a natural ladder.
Gump will go after Predicats. He's hopping much like Sola is, stone to stone.
All right. Sola, as you get to that stone right there, I'm just going to pause you for a second.
Okay.
All right. As you get to that stone right there, you feel the stone begin to rumble and shake underneath you as you look up and as you look down at the stone, you see a face begins to form as it kind of looks up at you. And you hear the sound of like stones grinding and rumbling coming from it. Does anybody currently have Copperhead languages up?
No.
And/or speak Terran?
I know I don't.
No, I definitely don't speak Terran.
I was waiting for you to use Primordial the entire last campaign, and you kind of left me high and dry, so I didn't take it again.
Dang. One time we needed it.
She'll like stare down at the rock for a moment, and then she's gonna like slowly go over to the next rock. I'm so sorry for standing on your face.
Okay. As it begins, not realizing that you don't appear to understand it. In broken Sylvan, it says, "Hey, why do you step on me? You should apologize." Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh, okay. Pull this up. Persuasion. I can do that. I'm really good at that. Unless I roll kind of low, but
Don't forget you can add a
13's not the
D4.
worst. Oh, that is true.
If you so desire, yes.
If I so desire, and then that recharges later. Why not? 14.
Okay, I forgive you. Proceed.
Ah, thank you. Guys, watch out for this rock in particular.
Predicott shrugs as well as he can on all fours.
And Dara would start hopping across.
All right. That begs the question: How are you going to keep proceeding around it? Do you attempt to step on top of him, or do you just attempt to hop over him?
Like I said, Predicott's on all fours, and he also you're asking if someone that has a interpersonal problem. He literally puts his hand on, then foot on, then moves over, especially not caring.
Hey, why you step on me too?
Because
You should apologize.
No, you're in the way.
Make an intimidation check.
Will do.
This is gonna be hilarious or sad. This is gonna be very sad.
Thank you, DeLuna.
Either you apologize with me and sing it with feeling, or I move souls away. And he squints at you.
Sola's gonna just poke him and she's like, oh, come on, just say it. It starts with sorry.
Daddy.
I apologize. And that is the most feeling he can muster. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, that's stuck in my head now.
Oh no!
Oh god.
You put this evil on me, DeLuna.
I apologize only for the first one, not the second one.
Well.
Okay, well. He squints at you. He raises up his arm out of the ground, or out of the water. And you see the two other stones that are nearby you. Duff, the one that's underneath you begins to animate.
Oh dear.
And Predicates, as you are currently right next to him, I need the two of you to make dexterity checks.
Why would you say
Just a flat
check?
dex check. Seven.
Uh-oh. Well. Oh, God. Where'd the chat go? Where'd the chat for a game go? 1 sec. I gotta refresh. There we go. As I get back to the map here. Alright, so... Predicates and Doff, the two of you are just kind of unceremoniously offloaded to a couple of rocks back. And you manage to fall flat on your butts as you make your way over to here. And you see that the Gallopter at the above game Gallopter is animate the two rocks that are right next to him, and they begin to make their way towards Sola, leaving a 20-foot gap.
Can I make a roll to catch Predicate since he fell on top of me?
Sure.
That will be athletics or acrobatics.
Either or.
They're both with disadvantage for both of us.
7.
We're rolling good tonight.
All right, well, make a dex save, I guess.
No.
Saves do not at disadvantage, though.
17.
All right. Well, it's very awkward, but with the dex save, the two of you do manage to avoid plummeting into the water. Can't even make a sincere apology, and I even asked him to sing about it.
As
Oh.
Prodicott.
As you see,
Go ahead.
Okay. Solar's just gonna lean over them and say, "Oh, don't mind him. He's a little grumpy. We're trying to teach him, but look, I know it was very rude of him to step on your face and all that. But do you think you could actually help us out? We do need to get past." And it would be a really good way to also teach him how to say thank you afterwards.
make another persuasion check for me then, Solo.
Alright. 24.
Okay, fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And you see the Galdur raises his arms out of the water again. And the stones and the boulders begin to move. Splash, splash, splash. And they set themselves back down to where they were before.
Dolph will take a deep bow, taking his hat off. I thank you, most gracious sir. He will try to make his way around, not making very special care not to step on his face. I guess I'll try a jump even though my acrobatics is not so good. I could use my wings, but I don't want to waste the use of the wings on that.
Yeah, sure, you can make an acrobatics.
17 to just jump across.
Yeah, your form's good. You managed to make your way across.
Whew.
And Cinderella's gonna go up. I look at the Gallagher and ask him, I don't want to step on your face or step on you in general. Can you help me across? Because I don't think I can make the jump. Please.
Persuasion check.
That's perception. Persuasion. 7.
Just don't step on me. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he wants to move or help.
I try to jump.
Alright, hold on. You hear a little thrum from the violin, so I'm gonna use our bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
You gain a d6.
And jump. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
You might roll a 6 and get 10. Maybe, you never know.
Maybe.
And then you also got the blessing, so that's another D4.
Oh yeah, and the blessing.
True. Let's go.
13?
13. You know? Yeah. It's... You kind of do the thing as you go to jump over the top of the Galdur. You land on the rock next to the Duff. You do the thing where you just kind of windmill your arms as your foot slips for a second. At the last second, you manage to regain your balance and lean yourself almost too far forward, but you managed to successfully jump over it.
I was more picturing that she tried to jump over, her foot nicked the fucking Gallagher, and she just scorpions on the other side.
Brody, I'm gonna say this. He doesn't know Sylvan. He has no idea what's going on. He just saw a giant rock fall up or emerge from the water. He sees the rock is right there. He's gonna try everything he can to not have or anger the giant rock. Can I use my or sneak attack to try to go around it?
Sneak attack.
Or not? Or sneak attack. Cutting action.
Stab the rock.
Cutting action to dash to get
Yeah.
to jump over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the addition of the movement for that, I'll allow it.
Have that be Terran.
Like anybody who watches him, you actually see he flaps his arms like he's trying to fly, basically.
All right. Vexa, predicates.
Vesca will walk up. She'll like try to balance on the rock she's on, lean down, and just kind of like give the talking rock like a pat, like you would pat somebody on like the back of the head, on like the back or whatever, and she'll say and something. I do apologize for my friends' behavior. Some of them are a little. She'll look at predicates. Single-minded.
Roll a charisma check for that. Or persuasion if you're proficient.
I do not have proficiency in either, so I'll just roll a flat charisma. 9. Well, that's a save. Doesn't matter. I don't have a plus in anything, so.
He just frowns at you as you do that. Doesn't seem to move.
She'll just say, "We will do our best not to inconvenience you anymore," and I'll go ahead and try to make a jump to the next rock.
Okay. Acrobatics.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, easy enough. As you make your way across, the only one that's left is predicates.
Predicate's going to try to pounce over it. Not saying anything, but this is also probably not going to work because exhaustion. Lovely.
Hold on, Exhibit. You hear another thrum of the violin for bardic inspiration.
Oh no, that's not acrobatics, damn it.
I magic myself across.
15, and I will roll that d6 just because Predicast needs to get around this thing without killing it. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. So, 17.
Yeah, you managed to liberally jump across over the top of the Galabdur, and it's just, as you go to make your way across everyone else, you see the Galabdur just kind of give a stone cold frowny face towards Predicates.
That's fine, he growls at it.
After he does that, you'll feel just a little hand just crawl over your shoulder, and you'll just hear her whisper, "Say thank you."
The most angry thank you is uttered, just thank you. As he probably watches as a small chunk of the rock that he's standing on like crumbles because he has unintentionally cast primal savagery.
You hear in Silva as the Galabdur replies with, "You're welcome," as he begins to sink back down into the water and resume turning into a boulder.
Right.
Wasn't so hard.
Glares.
Anime sparkles.
Pizzazz!
I could realistically do that. I have prestidigitation.
I love we're just that couple from Parks and Rec, Caitlin.
Yes.
Someone will die.
Predicate. Vexa
Oh, fun.
and Predicates. I'll get this for the two of you. As Predicates goes and says, "Thank you." You look down at Predicate's feet, and you see like a small spiraling thorny vine just kind of begin to sprout out from underneath his feet. It probably winds up being like no bigger than the size of a fist, but
It's almost like he has a theme.
you know, Predicates, that was not from any of your magic, which is odd.
True. There'd be basically 5 claw marks in it from his feet.
Anyway, onward.
All right. As you continue onward, this wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep, conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex. Its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burned wood. A clothesline attached to one corner of the building's exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments.
We were told to go around the back.
Yep. You can just circumvent this entire building.
All right.
Wonder why the back though.
I mean, I guess it's faster, maybe? We'd have to go into the water to go around the front, I think.
I guess. Isn't that the front?
I thought this was the front.
Then where's the back?
Here, he just
I mean, I
smacks the
imagine
wall.
where it is. Where we already... Yeah. Yeah. The full point at Predicates. Yeah, exactly that.
Unrelated, this place can hold so many balloons.
All the balloons.
I mean, I'm just looking at the obvious not Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
logo.
Kingdom Hearts
Legally
3 is trained me to see
distinct.
them.
God damn it. I just realized it.
It is Mima Mouse.
As you make your way around towards the back, this flat wood plank bridge, which spans an arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywog heads on wooden spikes. At the center of the bridge, a small figure sits with its feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt in a cacophony of voices. Some indignant, others sympathetic. A few of the more distant row yell, "Rit! I couldn't hear what they said!"
Huh.
Hold on a moment.
Oh, I thought we were going into this building. Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was wondering why we were just walking around it. Oh, hello!
Hey.
Claw individual we heard of?
Oh, hello. The figure, as you make its way closer, you see this individual.
Oh boy, art.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh!
Huh?
Hey, I was right.
So little
Oh my
skin-
god, he's adorable.
Yeah, you see what looks to be a scarecrow with lobster claws and a head that looks like a gourd. And as you see it kind of turns his head towards you, you hear something rattling from inside it. Oh, hello.
Hi.
He's so weird, I love him.
Hello.
I want to ask what you are, but then we're in the Feywild. You could be many things.
Oh, the name's Clapperclaw. as he just kind of holds up its two claws and it just clap, 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 clap.
That is appropriate, yes.
You're Clapperclaw. I think we heard about you.
I think we did too.
You know about hags, don't you?
Oh. You didn't hear what I was talking about when you got here, did you? Yeah.
No.
Well, I was talking to the heads here, and it kind of takes a claw and points over its shoulder, and you just see all the severed heads go and look at you. Oh, hello there. And so then they just kind of pipe up. Yes, this poor chap was just beginning to regain enough of his, its poor plight. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was made by heads, but I managed to escape from them, and then as soon as I found my way here, somebody stole my head, and it was a very nice head, though. It was a stag head, which I actually miss that so much, so as it kind of moves its head side to side, you just hear something rattling in its head. I had to settle on this for now.
Do you have any idea where you might have lost it, or did somebody take it?
Yeah, it was a bunch of herringons that... They beat me up and they stole my head.
Oh,
I have no
dang
idea
it.
what they did with it, though.
Most of them are dead. I think it's atop the giant stump.
Yeah, that would be my guess too. If you go over that way, you could probably look around their base. They're not using it anymore. But, listen, friend, we have some business with, some hags, both in this area and the next area, and if you wouldn't mind, of course, you're not busy after you relocate your head, would you mind helping us out get from one location to another?
Well, I at least know how to get from here to thither. So, I suppose I can if you need me to, but, as long as you can help me find my head, I guess.
I mean, I don't see why we couldn't. Look to everyone else.
No, that sounds like a reasonable or ask.
I don't have a problem with it.
We had to talk to somebody real quick, but I don't see why not.
Oh, you wish to talk to His Majesty, do you? As, the rest of the heads kind of begin to turn towards you.
Yeah, that.
We do, actually. I myself am a monarch, and I think we should have a lovely little chat with the king.
Oh, you're a king, are you? Well, so are we in our time. Oh, say for yourself. At least I managed to last as long as I did before I took your head. Oh, you shut your blathering mouth.
Wondering about that, so this is basically the line of succession. Interesting.
You can say that, yes. we don't think Gollum is gonna last that long, His Majesty. Ever since somebody made off with the balloon, there's been grumblings as of late.
Interesting.
You know, perhaps this is in poor taste, but I am mildly curious how this works. Why don't you take one of their heads?
No, well, I'm not sure how I feel with the other head here. And no offense, my child, but I don't think I look that dashing on you anyway. I prefer to be, rather more impeccably dressed like everyone at the court. Oh, no offense taken.
And, I mean, you'd have to consider, like, their consciousness is already attached to the head, so would they share the body? It'd get very confusing, I feel.
That's why I was very curious, honestly. It just felt like there was a theme, so I just wanted to know. We're in the Feywild. Crazy things happen.
True.
Anyway, you said he wasn't going to last long. Sorry. I was so consumed by my own thought process that I didn't really register what you said.
Oh.
he stole a balloon, was what they said. Or someone stole a balloon, and there are rumblings of, dissonance amongst the people.
Yes, it was, what was it? Oh, yes, it was Sir Talavar. Yes, that was, supposedly the knight had help escaping. One of his accomplices languishes in prison awaiting trial.
We could probably direct them to the remains of the balloon, and maybe that would help or something. Could be something we could, hold for him.
Sounds like we're going to need to go back in that general direction anyway.
Well,
I mean, if it's not too far out of the way, I don't see why we can't help.
It is several days' journey out of the way.
Well, I mean, where else do we got?
Well, knowing what I know of the Fae, and he just gestures around, if I had to hazard a guess, he's probably going to ask us for something in return for his favor. We have some intel now on what we could utilize to get that favor. And a little tit for tat, scratch my back, all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Jazz hands.
Predicat's here scratch, and you just see Primal Savagery, his claws appear.
Maybe not that hard.
Gentle scratch. Like a lovely little back scratch.
yeah. So, forgive my asking, because, as he just kind of rattles his head again, what was your business in Downfall again?
Well, we want to meet with, Blorna.
And kill her.
We have some business with her.
Oh!
Have to say that out loud here.
Oh, you wish to meet with Bavlorna, do you? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that Bavlorna. She is quite the distrustful shut-in who loathes all of her sisters, especially Scabatha Nightshade. Yeah, Scabatha. As you just see, Clapperclaw just kind of bows his head as quiet around his head. Yeah, she's quite the little shut-in. She spends all of her time in the pool in her cottage. It's very important to her. She's always bathing in it, so we hear.
Well then.
Why?
Well, if we were able to shrug, we can't, but, we need more than our heads to be able to do that, my dear.
Fair enough.
Oh, great, we're talking to Statler and Wardorf.
I was gonna say these are just the shrunken head
Sorry.
Muppets from Treasure Island.
Yep. It's
Oh,
exactly
yeah?
that.
It is a shame that they lost their head.
They haven't lost it. It's right over there.
Couldn't get
The
ahead in
body they
life.
lost. Couldn't get
Oh,
ahead.
the woes to be a monarch here. Like we said, at least keep Gullop the 19th doesn't sound like he'll last very long. Rumor has it that there's a coup already in the works. Oh, yes, that's right. He may join us very well soon.
Also interesting and good to know.
Who's causing the coup?
Let me see if one of them knows. Rumor has it, it's Illig, the Baron of Muckstump.
Illig.
Big battle.
The Baron of Muckstump?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good to know. Where's he at?
Let me just see. Oh, where is that old baronet? Don't look at me, I don't look like... Where I know it is, one of them pipes up. Oh, I know where he's at. He lives in a cottage on the south side of Downfall, but you have to circle your way all the way around it if you wish to, make his way towards him. You just go around the palace, go past the... Yeah, you go around the palace, you go across the piers to the dock to the south, then you make your way across the upper ridge, across another bridge, and it's right there. On the right.
Oh, well, thank you.
And the head that kind of looks at you just nods.
Well, that was some good information. Shall we carry on?
Indeed. We can certainly use this to our benefit, I'm sure. We'll see where the winds take us.
All right. So I assume you, as Clapperclaw just looks up to you and says, "Well, His Majesty's court's just over that way. I suppose let's go."
Dolph will walk up to Scapperclaw, put a hand on his shoulders, say, "You know, Scabatha took something from me as well. Hopefully we can get your head back after all this, friend."
Thank you. Really. As he just, I'll do my best to make sure that helps. You know, we're the reciprocity and all. As he nods his head and you hear something rattle in the gourd.
I have now learned that there are tears to being brought to life by a fae.
Why do you think I don't want to fuck with them?
Probably because the way they kill you is much worse.
Yeah, they make my mic fuck over. I didn't do anything. Like, why the hell did it do that?
I was wondering about that. Jeez, Luna. Sorry you have to put up with that.
Well, on a break, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to put it on a new USB-C.
Alright. Well. I assume you guys begin to continue across the bridge?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and reveal the next area and change up the music for this.
Very Calliope.
A grand marble gazebo stands atop a mound of soggy earth. Its white stone streaked green with algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly so that the dome canopy now sits askew. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs dressed in shabby clothing lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist sets forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded underneath him. He has a large leather-bound book across his lap, and mouthing the words he reads on the pages. Without looking up, he says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Gullop the 19th? He slams the book closed as to punctuate his question, regarding you for the first time. Sleepy bullywug guards standing around their monarchs snap to attention and ready their weapons.
Dom will stroll on up. My apologies, Your Majesty. Allow me to introduce myself and my friends here. I am Domphylactic Mauser. I am the Witchlight Monarch, and I wish to discuss with you about potentially meeting one Blorna Blightstraw. I apologize for our interruption.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are, I love them.
Oh, your Majesty, another monarch. Oh, a pleasure to meet you, I'm sure. Oh, you wish to meet with Bavona Blightstraw? Only those who have joined themselves to the Soggy Court may be able to gain audience with her.
Right, and how might we avail ourselves?
Well, you just simply wish to join the court? And you dress yourself in the appropriate attire? And I shall see to it that you get your audience with Bavlorna Blightstraw.
I mean, that seems, fine to me. Let me purvey with my, fellow guards and minstrels and see if they acquiesce. Of course, I'm the one in charge here, but, you know, better to have everyone on the same page. I'm sure you completely understand. A king of your stature.
Of course, of course. But don't wait too long. I would like to release an answer sometime soon.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Majesty. I wait with bated breath upon your answer.
And thank you for your patience and understanding, Your Majesty.
He kind of gives you a nod, and you see the little alligator that's right next to him is begins to kind of make his way over onto his lap, kind of next to the book. You hear him begin to bark a little bit.
What does it say?
Aww.
No, there, Snoodle. It will be all right.
Huh.
Cute.
Rudy,
Yes.
as some courtiers begin to make their way up, and they actually do begin to offer all of you soft cakes. One of them actually does walk up to a tray and offers you a cup.
Offers Rhodey a cup?
Yes.
He's like, yes, should I take this? Like, he's thinking that in his mind.
Free treat, can't go wrong with that. Go for it.
Okay, against my better judgment, I'm gonna drink. He takes the cup and he drinks it.
It's odd, as you go to hold up the cup to drink it, you see that it's empty, and inside you see a small folded piece of paper.
Oh, we're being propositioned for
Very
regicide.
sneakily opens the paper.
Do you attempt to hide this as you're doing it?
Yes.
Roll stealth check. Or sleight of hand.
11.
11. Okay.
Does Rhodey have the D4 as well?
Everyone does.
Okay,
Yes.
so add the D4.
What's per day? Oh, that's right. It's written in a language that you can't recognize because you can't read Sylvan.
Oh, I know some folk who do.
Can I pocket it? And I don't want to pass around notes while we're in front of this king, because I don't know what he's gonna do to me.
That's fair. You can certainly pocket it. Sleight of hand.
We could go to the side to have a little discussion, all of us, as that was
Another
basically the
11?
plan.
All right. Yep. Vexa, you would definitely notice this with your passive perception that, yeah, you see Rudy pocket a piece of paper.
I think most of the party's passive perception catches that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm at
Interesting.
Yep.
my passive.
I beat it by 1.
He looks at anybody who saw him this, and with his eyes, he basically is looking at you like, "Do not make light of what I just did."
The best part is I'm not one of the party that actually could see that.
You saw nothing.
So like I'm not sure if I am, because like I said, it meets my passive perception. Does he?
If it meets, it beats.
Okay. So then none the wiser.
So where are you taking everyone off to discuss, Draco?
I guess we could, unless Gallop has any problem with it, we could go either on the opposite side, or we could go back to the bridge proper behind us, which would probably be a little faster.
If you do need some manner of privacy, you may address yourselves towards the bridge with the heads.
Excellent. Thank you ever so much, Your Majesty. We will be right back, I promise you.
He kind of gives you the, that cordial, like, British, like, acknowledging, like, brow furled, Winston Churchill style nod, just...
And Dolph will return it, except he'll have a bit more of a smile on his face. Well, just so I'm aware, what could I roll to figure out what being part of the court would entail? Like, could we leave and move about of free autonomy, or does that mean we're here for good? Or would I just have that knowledge?
Well, you do know that somebody already serves a Fey here.
True.
You know 2 people that do.
I mean,
I
been here,
guess.
so I'm trying to figure out what I would roll for the knowledge myself.
History?
History? Okay. Not trained, but I do have a +1. That is a 7.
Well, with the
Wait.
7, you're not sure.
Well, it seems easy enough if we could just join the court. I'm not sure what that entails exactly, unless somebody else among you is more familiar with courtly affairs.
This is not a true court. It is a pretender king.
Agreed.
We are in the
Okay,
we are in the Feywild. The only rulers are the Archfey. This thing is doing a sham.
speaking of shams, can anyone read Sylvan read this for me? See what this says?
I can. Actually, I think several of us can. It's really whoever you want to read it out.
I think you're the only one that can't.
Well, I'm sorry. I never picked it up.
Well, you don't need to. Like I said, several of us have it.
Alright. Do you read the note, Dop?
Sure, I'll read it.
It says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstup at once. The revolution lives."
Ah,
Oh, god damn it.
we have a very interesting position on our hands. The easiest way to go through here is to join the court and just move on through. Or we could help Revolution.
I mean, the easiest thing would just be kill the king.
Sandara looks dumb
you
in
know-
the eye.
There are several reasons why that's a bad idea. If this
I
is
love
Bevborna's domain, she would know about it. Probably. And then we started on a hostile foot with her. And I mean, we are going to lower his voice down as much as possible. Admittedly, we're going to be hostile, but we could get information out of Blorna first. If we try to put the facade on that we're not here to kill her.
What does her information do to help us in any way?
She hates her sisters. She could give us more intel on them. And then we have a better standing for when we go after them.
No, actually, that makes sense. I gotta agree with that.
No, he argued a good point.
So, let's try to go about this in the easiest but the safest way possible. The
Well,
most polite way possible.
well, then that would probably be go to kill the head of the revolution, because it sounds like they're about to try to kill the king today.
He is imprisoned. We could inform His Majesty of this information that we've discovered and get ourselves on the negative side of the revolution.
Well, that just wouldn't
Wait.
matter how many of those people there are prepared to kill him right now, because then it's going to be a fight either way.
Clapperclaw kind of pipes up and says, "Well, no, it's not the leader was in prison. Oh, no. It was the accomplice that helped Sir Talavar escape, who is currently imprisoned."
Oh, my mistake. So Illig is just around and potentially could cause a problem. But if he is leading it, we could tell His Majesty Gallop, hey, we know who's leading the rebellion against you, and they apparently have something planned, but we don't have much information, unfortunately, outside of that.
Also, tell me which one actually gave you the note. DeLuna?
Yeah, certain micro issues are catching up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna fix it real quick. He's gonna tell him which one it was that told him that.
Yeah, it was.
Is it possible we can take a break right now so I can get, or so I don't miss anything? I really need to fix this. This is getting annoying.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright. A quick break.
Yeah, sure. Quick buy-up break. I gotta actually use a drink myself, so.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm sorry about this, guys.
No worries.
So hey, regicide.
Or maybe we'll stop a revolution. It's up in the air at the moment.
True.
The
Fair
best.
warning.
To be fair, one of the best.
Sindaris
Go ahead.
not going to agree to join somebody else's court.
I mean, one of the best ways to help encounter counterintelligence is to kill a traitor in front of everyone, because then they have to believe you.
Mm-hmm. Subterfuge.
And we could very easily spin the story of, Your Majesty, we heard this horrible, horrible news of someone trying to rebel against you, and this person was involved.
Well, no, it's not
We
even
did
so
our
much
best
hurt
to
that
help the court and save you.
no, it's more like there's a very badly veiled attempt to try to kill you and take your power. So much so that even your predecessors are literally telling anyone who walks up to you.
Yeah, fair point.
That's when Sindarin and Perdicat steps next to the person they slips the note and just grabs him and says, "This person."
No,
One
no,
of the-
Predicats was going to outright kill them, just primal savagery.
Yeah, that would certainly send a message.
I mean, grab him first, say it, and then kill them.
I mean, they won't admit it.
Yeah, no, they'll lie about it, but we have the evidence. We still have that note that was handed to us.
And Predicats is also disgusted by this because he actually serves an archfey and he sees his court as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sindarin the same way.
I mean, using medieval courts, this is basically like a regent of an area under a greater king.
Yes, but
Like
they're
maybe
using
a
the wrong
duke or
title.
something. Fair.
Like, Predicats' patron is the child of the most famous courtesan in the entire Feywild, so much so that he's an unofficial king, but he does not claim to be a king.
Hmm.
So titles for people who serve the Fey, important.
Sorry. I mean, Dumph is basically using his title. He knows it doesn't provide the same benefits of a true monarchy, but I mean, this is a kangaroo court. Might as well use the same thing. He's not going to know any different.
Yeah.
Plus, he was told this would be useful.
All right, I'm gonna try this real quick. 1 sec.
Okay. Well, I'm also going to use a quick bio break, so I'll be right back.
I should probably grab some more water. I shall return.
That might have been it, actually. I think I might have been using a USB-C cable that was like too underpowered for what I was, for my my box.
Ah. Well, glad you were able to get that sorted out.
I'm like, as long as it goes for the rest of the day, we'll be fine. Cause I'm like, this is getting fucking annoying. Like I wasn't even touching anything, and it was causing the entire Discord to crash.
Oof.
I am returned. Oh, it seems like everyone must have left in my absence.
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
still
here.
here.
I'm here.
Okay, I just said I was back and nobody said
I'm just
anything. I
reading
was
those.
Yeah, I'm actively like moving my audio box and everything, making sure like, okay, it's not gonna do this again. So far, so good.
Well, I'm excited. The fun internet series that I've hitched my wagon to is apparently having their finale sometime soon, possibly this week. I don't know. Looking forward to the end of Murder Drones or the end of this first season. They have been vague, and I only just started when they were almost over.
I actually need to get caught up on that.
Doesn't take long, like 3 hours. But yeah, Glitch got their hooks in me early when Citric was like, "Hey Vaughn, watch Digital Circus," and I was like, okay." And I was like, "Oh, they did this other thing? I've seen a bunch of people post about it. Okay, I'll watch that. It's been a day. Okay, I'm now hooked." So much so I'm looking. So much so I'm retroactively trying to get in on the fan fiction. Well, I'm also trying to do that because it's a context series. This was one of those internet series that knew that the fans would pick apart every little like Easter egg and everything else of story lore. I think I've got the gist of what's going on fully, but it's also like, if someone wants to fill in the gaps, that'd be so nice. So nice. I don't want to do a wiki dive, even if there's a wiki.
What series again?
Murder Drones.
Oh yeah, no, there are entire channels on YouTube that make their living on doing theory videos on murder drones.
Yes, I don't like watching theory videos because 9 times out of 10 they're very bad. There's like one that I follow, and that's solely for One Piece because this guy literally puts in like 15 hours a week of just making sure everything is factually canon. Which, hey, if you're a One Piece fan, yeah, if you're a One Piece fan in the future or in chat, Library of Ohara.
So while we're on break, like I mentioned, Burnout, I know I'm a bartender.
Congrats. I'm a person who does not see the point of bars. I go to the liquor store, I buy the amount I need, and then I drink. And going to a bar, it's like, okay, let's pay the inflated wage of a beer, and then also properly tip the person who served you probably very well, because that's their actual job.
See, I wish more people would think of that second part, but apparently not down here.
Oof.
Well, you also have to deal with the fact that you're doing it at a VFW hall, some of the people there may not have actually been around when tipping culture was actually a thing. I actually lived
Ironically enough, it's not
I
the...
can't imagine it not being there.
Also,
Yeah, like,
whoever did the song went ham on Calliope.
They really did.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, this is I have to look this up, but I think this is another Kevin MacLeod song.
Oh, Kiona, I can
see
also
that.
I can also recommend it. There's something I was gonna say, now I can't remember. Damn.
It sucks when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I wanted to bring this up because I find it funny. Vaughn, I know you watch Monty's Dungeon, the Mad Mage, because I
Mhm.
watch the VODs, and every time you like drop bits, I say to myself and no one else, "Oh hey, I know that guy," because I'm a massive dork.
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't prepared for like a few streams ago on the Unexpectables. Bosco saying, "Oh yeah, I finally met Burnout," and Monty to make like a, "Oh," I was like, "What? What? Huh? I don't know how I should feel
Oh,
about
no.
that noise." At this point, I play with so many Unexpectable adjacent people. It's just like, what?
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here when I was catching their latest edition of D&D Monster Smasher Pass that they did yesterday.
Wait, they did another one?
Yes, they did another
I
one.
didn't know they did another one.
And women made a resurgence with a fury.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Women! Women!
Is it bad that I can already tell that that's Thero?
that just means you've been in the community long enough.
No, it means I played
Yeah.
with Thero enough.
Yeah. Oh, it was maybe. I think Thero brought it up, but Connor was the one that did the impression, just like last time.
Fair.
That's also on point.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, it was on the exact same monster that I did it last time too, as they were skipping through it.
But I should ask, are we all good to start back up?
Hmm.
I think so.
I think so.
Alrighty, let me just click the
Yeah.
button. There we go. We return.
All right.
So, the last thing we went out on, Milla, was asking which one was the one that gave the note. So if you could ping that one because he pointed to it.
Yep. We'll say it's We'll just. He points it out. It was this one here.
Ah, okay. Well then, whenever Dolph wants to go back in and start talking, that's when probably we're going to jump this man.
All right, so we're gonna head on in there and we'll explain the situation and, by all means, grab the traitor, as it were,
You mean
and
Gil?
do what you do best. I mean, yes. I figured there would be like a grabbing motion or a swiping motion, but
You'll-
I didn't want to micromanage
I was about to say,
that.
you're just going to see again like the thorns and brambles twirl around his hands into claws.
All right. Well, if everyone's ready, Your Majesty, I have some harrowing news. Your predecessors outside have been speaking of a revolution in the works, and one of my retainers had received a note from one of your court. This man over here
You hear
should
a.
have given one of my retainers a note.
At that moment, you just hear a collective croaky gasp as the guards all immediately turn up. It's like, as they just gotta think about it for a second. Hold on, there's a table for this. I have to roll for things. Gluth, explain yourself.
It's gonna be hard because
Artist here.
before he gets to explain himself, there's a 12 hit.
Let's see. Hold on, Bullywug. Let's see.
They're not very well armored.
My apologies. Have to look up Bullywug stats.
You're fine.
No worries.
I'm actually checking something to find out how much I'm going to hurt this man.
Let's see. An 11 misses.
That's a 12.
12 also misses.
Well, I haven't
Sindar
used...
grabs.
Just a second. I have a D4.
He does have a D4.
If you want to use it.
Add that extra 4.
3, so that's a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Cowabunga it is.
For 8 acid damage.
Is this thing even alive now?
Well, actually, no. Yeah, I forgot.
This one's barely hanging on as you just managed to rake your claws across him and just... What is the meaning of this?
Sindar grabs him to the back of the head, full palm onto the back of the head.
Apparently, according to the note we received, the coup is in the works for today. My retainer's a bit gung-ho about protecting royals, so he attacked him first. Forgive his prudence, but we do this in the most... The word escapes me. The most earnest effort to protect you and your court from this nefarious scheme.
This Bullywug, Ogluth, he just looks around and says, No, your majesty, they lie, I swear! I would never betray you!
Sindar starts to squeeze
Yeah.
harder.
As King Gullop just looks down and says, Guards, seize him! Throw him into the prison alongside the other one.
The other one? Is this a common thing for you, Your Majesty?
Nope.
And yeah, you see as two of the guards make their way forward and they kind of grab this one and begin to haul him away. As he's dragged away, it's like, no, I swear, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. You can't blame me. As the three of them begin to drag him off.
Brody, hearing that, just, I mean, I have this. He may I approach you, Your Majesty?
A few of the guards, kind of stand in front. With all due respect, sir, I will take that for His Majesty. And one of the guards will extend a hand towards you. He unfolds it. Oh, you were saying, Rudy, sorry.
I am not going to try to do anything, so there you are.
His words are true, Your Majesty. Idig, the Baron of Muckstump, is the perpetrator behind this, as he claims. Rather foolish of him to be able to think they could coup me. There have been monarchs who have had much longer reigns than I, and I fully intend to extend my reign as such.
Of course, you are a wise and just king. Honestly, this was such a ridiculous attempt. but all the same, we needed to alert you immediately.
I thank you. I most thank you for your efforts to. I will make notes to either attain this Idig the Baron, either dead or alive. You have my thanks. Now I ask you once again, Your Majesty. I would be most honored if I would have you be able to join my court with your efforts. Do you accept?
I do. We would be most honored to join your court.
Excellent. Guards, escort these people to the palace. Make sure they are fitted with the finest of robes befitting of a friend of His Majesty King Gullop the 19th. Yes, Your Majesty, as the guards, two of them begin to step up. Sorry, having to click on things.
I just imagine both Sindara and Praedykots are just turning and side-eyeing Tom.
Mm-hmm. You will probably see that her eye is like twitching really hard.
If it would be possible, I think Dom would whisper something to them while they're walking away and try to keep from the guards. Relax. Doesn't really mean anything. You said so yourself.
I guess roll a stealth or sleight of hand.
I have 0 in both, but I do have a D4. Oh God. Well, I don't think
a D4 is gonna help you with that, there, buddy.
You don't know.
You know what? Fuck it. We ball. So that's a 6.
So they rolled a 2, so they don't notice you whispering this.
Oh my God! Close call.
Amazing.
Roll 20, or actually no, that was actually your actual dice. So, thank you, actual dice. I don't care what brand you're from. You're amazing right now.
Roll 20 in real dice. You're the real ones. Thank you so much.
Like we're not the Unexpectables. We can't get the Die Hard or sponsorship. That'd be cool though, because I basically all my current like travel dice are from them.
Yeah, I have my horde of diehards as well.
I mean, I'm sure Vaughn would love to get Die Hard dice. Hey, Die Hard dice, if you're listening.
My dude, I would kill to sell out to anyone.
I'm well aware.
But yeah, it sounds like we're going
various streams.
So it sounds like we're going to the palace. So should we start moving that way?
Before Sindara and Predicate get violent.
Well, then also I have to manage the map for all of stream, so that's kind of why I'm asking. Oh!
What a lovely palace.
Not so much the
crocodile.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
Oh, I know. I thought you were
it's like
crocodile alligator.
Yeah. Oh, you know, you've seen the baby that Gullop had.
Yeah.
Now there's another one. Let's see. As you make your way over here. This ramshackle hall is built around the big tree. Two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls like enormous welcoming arms. The interior of the hall is roomy, with an open floor plan that allows occupants of the upper story to look out over the lower one. Below, courtiers crowd into the palace, filling it with their guttural croaks. The clothing is faded and stained with mud. And a couple of the courtiers make their way up towards you. As the guards escort you over to them. Two of them in particular will make their way out towards you. Ah, yes. Welcome to the Soggy Court. Ripple, Muddlemud. Be sure that our guests are dressed in the finest clothes we have to offer. They are indeed joining our court. Oh, most excellent. Please, everyone, follow me this way. As, the crocodile that is, currently perched in front of the palace entrance, is cornered off to the side.
Onward.
All right. Now, the best way that I could describe all of this is as you're led into another side room, you see that there are various wardrobes that are scattered about, and one by one, you're each led into this room, and you are all offered a wide variety of Victorian-style, puffy, Shakespearean clothes, but they are all very muddied, algae-stained, brown water-stained. They fit you, but they're very puffy, constricted in some spaces. Let's just kind of go down the line. Vexa, what would be your ideal Victorian-style outfit? And all the various stains and muddy things that are associated with it. Or Veska?
I'm just double checking something here real quick. Can't do that. It definitely has to be green. So I should probably try to find something green. Like greens and like tans and blacks and browns are her color palette. So anything in that nature.
I'm curious, would she go for like the Victorian style dress or like more of a petticoat waistcoat sort of thing?
Probably she wouldn't be one for dresses, so probably the latter.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. Vexa, as you are... the duo of bullywugs, Grumple kind of looks over. Oh, you think this one would look good and green? Oh, yes, of course, Mud. Oh, here, how about this one? And you are offered a green, like a massive green petticoat that has silver accoutrement around each breast and shoulders, but they are just stained with mud and algae on it, and the cuffs that are on it are also very silver inlaid, but again, the silver is hidden behind a lot of mud. You're also given a pair of brown tweed dress pants.
I posted in the general section in the Discord what I would consider her style to be. The one on the right, kind of like a very leafy green color, leathers, furs, stuff like that.
And you're also given a musky powdered wig that is put up in a very tall bun. All right. Next up, Caitlin.
Yeah.
What type of dress would you have Sola be garbed in?
You know, we're gonna have like super lily pad theme, like any ring around, you know, the dress, the shoulders. You know, it just looks slightly like a lily pad with like a large brimmed lily pad hat, maybe a bit of moss hanging off that kind of looks like you know, like the poofy feathers kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Moss kind of deal.
Yep, you get like the massive ballroom gown that's very lily padded, water themed, lots of mud stains on it. You're given a corset with that as well. Lots of blue and green frills that come off of it. And again, lots of stains and algae that are on there. Deluna, go ahead and describe what kind of a suit would you have Rudy be worn in?
So it's not actually too dissimilar to what he's wearing right now because I designed it with an old the old English type of fashion anyway. The first thing he's gonna do though is he's catching prestidigitation on himself to clean the suit.
The stains are set in here so bad that even with multiple castings of prestidigitation, it's gonna take a while for them to get out, so you're probably getting it for like a solid 15-20 minutes of prestidigitation in order to get them out.
He is going to do that. Oh boy.
Draco,
Well,
what kind of a gown would you, or what kind of a suit would Duff be adorned in?
I think he's going to go with his traditional color scheme, but much like Whistle, he's going to try to go for some more lily pad motifs, maybe a lotus here or there. He's going to insist to keep his traditional hat that has the Witchlight Monarch crown around the band because he's very attached to his hat. Plus, he's got Dorman sleeping underneath it. He was going to have like a sort of over jacket with the, I think it's called the petticoat underneath. Instead of like a white color, it's definitely going to be like a deep purple with greens and browns splotched throughout of mud and moss and whatever. Really going in for the bit. Not going to do prestidigitation like Rhodey, just keeping it as crusty as it is now.
Alright, Vaughn. How's Predicate's gonna be?
He walks over, grabs a top hat, pulls it down, pierces his horns through it, and puts on a pair of shoes.
Are you sure you don't? I think you would very much like this one. What do you think about this? And
Turns and growls.
two of. Oh!
He is wearing courtly attire technically, and that's it.
Oh.
He was basically figured out from Domp not to talk. That doesn't mean he cannot still be angry.
You'll have to forgive my friend. He's a little shy and he's used to what he's wearing, but he's doing his best.
As you begin to frown and growl at them, you just kind of see as a cloud forms above your head, Predicate, and it looks like an old woman's sad face.
He will then use Druidcraft to create a gust of wind to blow it away.
And it vanishes after that as it dissipates from the wind.
That is indicative of certain hag we'll be meeting later.
Finally, Hoshi, what kind of... In spite of her best efforts and a sense of fashion, what kind of clothes would be given to her?
You see her just have like a dead pan face look on her face the entire time as she looks pissed off. She looks at the bully wall. Do you care if any of these are intact?
Well, I suppose it would depend upon your taste personally, but why do you ask?
No question. No reason. She just like walks in. She finds a dress, well, a ballroom gown dress. She rips the bottom part off and puts the top part on. Then she goes walking over, finds a pair of pants, and then finds a petticoat, and then a sash, and then finds a little top hat, and just like walks out.
I love that.
You wouldn't really need a petticoat if you just took the top half of a dress, because a petticoat is just another word for vest.
Yeah, because she's wearing the top of the dress like a corset.
Fair enough.
You know, I do like the choice of hat, though I am a bit biased.
Pray to council gesture. There's only one type of hat.
I think there's bowler caps or something in there too, but obviously the top hat is far superior.
Right. Yeah. As at this point you see Clapperclaw kind of make his way out. His suit is definitely, well, stuffy. As you see, it's kind of like slightly smaller than kind of the other shirt that he had on. And as you kind of see as he makes his way around, oh, hold on a second. He has his bag at his side. He kind of grabs that out. You see him pull out some straw, and he kind of begins to tuck that in at various places. Like, oh, that one needs to go out a little bit. Up here. As he just begins to kind of do that to kind of fill him out a little bit. But the sleeves are a little shorter. Lots of yellows. And he's got a rusty chain pocket watch that kind of drapes from his side. And he does have a black bowler hat that's mildewy, and it does have a hole that, oddly enough, actually is perfect size for the stem of the gourd on his head.
I think you look rather dashing, Clapperclaw.
Why? Oh, thank you. I actually like your outfit too.
Oh, thank you.
All of you. He kind of looks towards you, Predicate. He's just like, he kind of does that awkward, just like, yeah, and motion with his hands, and it's just like, yeah, all of you look great.
Sindra definitely has a very creative approach, but I respect it. It's very nice.
All right. The guards that are escorting, that were escorting you, just look and say, excellent. His Majesty would very much like to make your presence, as since you are now truly members of the Sucky Court. Come.
Of course.
As you make your way back, you see the other two guards that have made themselves coming out of this little hut here, as they begin to join up with your entourage. And as all of you are led back towards the Saki Court, representing... Oh, my sincerest apologies, Your Majesty, but, by what shall I call the name of your court? Your entourage, as it were.
You know, we haven't come up with a proper name.
Oh
for our
no,
entourage.
group names.
Oh, no.
Hey, at least it's not Comedy of Errors.
I was gonna say, shout out to our last group, because we never said our group name out loud.
No, we said it. That was like the one thing. We were like, what should we call ourselves? We're already in the tomb. Comedy of Errors. Yeah, that describes us. Okay. Nobody ever asked after that.
No one ever asked us, and I don't think any of us in character would want to admit that.
Enoch
It was
would.
fun.
should include Witchlight somewhere in it, in our new group name. Just considering the situation we're in, and I'm the Witchlight Monarch. Just to keep appearances up. Witchlight Brigade. Witchlight... The Witchlight's Merry Men? No. Wonderful Witchlight?
I liked the first one. What was it? The Witchlight Brigade? I liked that one.
Witchlight Brigade.
I like that one too.
I like that.
All right. We are the Witchlight Brigade.
Now presenting His Majesty King Dumphalak and the Witchlight Brigade. And you see the rest of the courtiers and the guards begin to applaud your entrance. Thank you, Your Majesty, and the Witchlight Brigade. Now, to resolve the matter at hand, as another favor for you, bringing to light this crew I have, I hereby give each and every one of you the honorific of True Friend of Gullop the 19th. And you hear the courtiers kind of begin to applaud at you.
Domf will smile. A most gracious title that I will add. And you, my friend, can add that you are Domfalak Mauser's true friend as well.
He puts his hand upon his breast and says, "Oh, thank you. My heart doth flutter at that. Well, on to business at hand. Now that you are members of the Soggy Court, you do wish to speak to Bavlorna Blightstraw still, yes?
Yes.
Ah, very well. I do have a favor to ask of you as well.
Oh.
It seems that, I did have a book that was of Bavlorna's that recently came into my possession. If you do intend to visit her, I will graciously offer that you return this to her. As he holds up this book.
I would be honored to do such. And Domf will hold his hand out to receive the book.
Alright, he graciously nods to you as he hands you a book. It is a rather large leather-bound tome.
What kind of leather? This is a hag.
As you kind of look at it, looks leathery. And as you kind of look at it, you see kind of faded etched onto the surface of the book. It says, "Big Book of Bad Blood."
I will add that into my inventory. Book. All right.
Now, as duly purported emissaries of the Soggy Court, I beg you to return it to Bavlorna with great haste.
Of course.
You find her cottage is at the center of downfall. As he points his way towards the rather large fog bank.
Is there a bridge out there, or just swim out to it, as it were?
You may either cross over there by boat, or you may wade through it. The choice is yours.
Domf will look to his retainers. I think a boat would be more fitting.
At which point, Praedycots will be like, "You should have them summon a boat to us."
Of course, of course. Might we borrow a boat to make the journey there?
Oh, of course, of course. You may borrow one of the boats we have docked at the entrance. Or else, he kind of whispers to one of the other courtiers that are currently nearby. Boltus. Yes, Your Majesty. Is there a boat that's currently moored at the palace? Ah, yes, of course. I shall bring it to you post haste. See that you do. And you see, he begins to bolt out of the court.
Can I also ask for something about retroactively, just for the sake of the party? Would we count us playing dress up as a short rest? Because some of us very much need it.
Yeah, during the course of that, it would be considered a short rest, I believe.
So then I have a second question to follow up to that. Could I do the tea ritual during that time too, so we can get rid of some people's exhaustion?
Absolutely, sure, I'll allow it.
Thank
Yeah, there's
you.
plenty of tables around here. You can have a nice tea ceremony.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah, we're about.
Noah, can I
Go ahead.
retcon something?
What's that?
I posted in general. Instead of what the earlier image, I want to use the image I just posted as Veska's dress.
In general.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Sure. That one.
Right.
With lots of
so
mud and stains.
My tea
And I like
ceremony
the
is sort of
brooch.
one level, so keep that in mind for your exhaustions.
All I needed.
It takes out.
I'm
much?
healed.
You said one exhaustion.
Yeah, one level exactly.
Which is good for
Like
you
you do
because
every
now your
short rest?
attacks and saving throws aren't hampered.
Yeah,
Because we're about to go into possibly a boss fight.
indeed.
I get to run amok now.
I can do this ritual every short rest or long rest, so I can burn through your exhaustion relatively quickly, depending on how many short rests we do.
Or if I get a little bit spicy.
True.
All right. The courtier will return shortly. Oh. Your Majesty, I have procured the boat as requested. It is at the palace docks. Ah, excellent. Well, my friends, you have my thanks once more, and please, follow Boltus to the docks. Ah, yes, of course, Your Majesty. Please, right this way. As he'll begin to usher you.
And Dumph will absolutely follow to the boat.
All right. As you're kind of led around the palace, actually, there are a couple of things I do want to show you.
Go right ahead.
As we're kind of open up a few more. As you kind of led around the side of the palace, the first thing that you notice is this place right here. We'll just slot that in. Rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of the hut are 2 holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars with a small round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water with a familiar bullywug inside it. The other cell holds a figure in rags slumped against the back wall. And right next to that, a big black balloon floats over the lake, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket made of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant stall. A large pane of gray glass is drawn close across an opening above the counter. A sign mounted above the window reads, "Wondrous wares and fair fares." The balloon is not made of fabric, but rather appears to be a roiling dark rain cloud that has been contained somehow in lines and netting.
The last time we saw an effect like that on a map, it made me think, do we see a bottle with an insect that turns into a demon?
As your cow made your way around it, do you guys do anything, or do you follow Voltix to the docks?
I mean, that is cool and all, but we're kind of on a mission right now.
Okay.
Unless otherwise directed, Dumph will just walk off and follow to the ship.
Alright. fair enough. For the
Maybe
sake.
that's a later thing.
All right. So as you're ushered into a skiff that's nearby here, you guys begin to row. You make your way into the fog bank. Where is it? Well, there's no description for that, but yeah, you see a rather imposing-looking cottage on stilts begin to rise off from the water, and you see a series of catwalks that kind of slowly make their way up towards it, and as you make your way up towards it, Clapperclaw just looks at you and says, "Well, as much as I want to help you guys try and find my skull, I don't want to have to go inside and go inside and deal with it. But I can at least wait out here for you."
Okay, watch the boat.
No, that's fair.
We'll see you on the way out.
All right. Don't be too long. All right. Just trying to read up on it here because actually I'm gonna try and see if I can see this.
Ah, modules.
Mm.
And actually, I'm gonna reveal the top of the map because this is gonna be like a side profile of what Bavlorda's cottage looks like.
All good. I think I'm ready to see it.
Let me just go ahead. So it looks like that.
Okay, then let me scroll up and try to see it. Ah.
Top of the map.
Ah, now I see.
That's not structurally sound.
Balloon. I mean, to be fair, it is a hag's hut. They're not usually. Sometimes they're on chicken legs.
I don't feel safe.
Someone call OSHA.
Mhm. At least she's got the railing, but only at the top, which is concerning.
Ma'am, we have to find you. This cottage isn't wheelchair accessible.
All right. Well, and as you make your way up towards the cottage that's towards the center, as you lower yourself down at the bottom of the docks, I hate to cut it this short, but this is like way past what I had prepared for tonight. So, would you guys be alright with calling it for right there?
Yep.
Were you expecting us to fight the Galbdur?
Well, I
No,
was expecting a lot of things to happen tonight, but I wasn't expecting you to blaze your way right for Bavlorda's cottage.
Listen, charisma's one of my best stats. I'm gonna bullshit my way if I can.
And my character was given one. My character doesn't know why he was here. He assumes it's to kill these 3 hags, so he's just gonna be like, okay, let's just go. Though above game me is like, I'm about to fight a hag at level 3.
Yeah,
oh, this is gonna be
Sindari
fun.
just wants to hang dead now.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Oh, by the way, speaking about that, as you're making your way towards the bottom of the cottage, congratulations! You all gain a level. You're now level 4.
Hooray.
Thank you. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna immediately waste that on Warcaster. But yeah, since we're
Since we didn't do any fighting the last 2 sessions,
no,
Brody is now a level 3 rogue.
you didn't do any fighting. We
Right.
did plenty of fighting.
true.
That's fair because
Yeah, we
finals.
we killed a named NPC and then stole his magic weapon that turned out to not be magic.
Yeah,
And his gourd.
which is probably magic to some degree.
But we let everything out and we don't know how to use it, and no one has identify.
True. You know what? Someone might get it at some point. I don't think I can, but someone might.
All
I
right.
might be able to, but that's a later Caitlin discovery.
Yeah. That being said, how about we start going around the horn, and I'll say, Caitlin, you go first, because I know you also probably need to start wrapping up.
Oh yeah, I have a monster headache. Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky. I'm Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want any paintings done, you can find me there. Draco.
Hello. You can find me here and Twitter and Blue Sky. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday, we do Dragon Quest Treasures. Tuesday, we do Kingdom Hearts 3 with the Luna 13. Wednesday, you can catch me for Phantom Hourglass. Thursday is Party Game Night. And last certain at least, on Friday, you can catch me, Royal Hoshi, and a whole bunch of other people as they finish up Odyssey: A Rhapsody of Fire. The finale's coming. And with that, DeLuna.
Hello, my name is Will. He just said what I'm going to be doing on the other Tuesdays when I'm not over here. But you can also find me on Twitch the Purse's YouTube for Power Rangers Cyber Strike, schedule pending. We just had a session today, and a lot of stuff happened. That'll be really interesting. I'm not gonna spoil a damn thing because it's gonna be fun. Let's see. You can find me on Twitter at Deluna1338. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and anywhere else you care to look for me at Deluna13. And yeah, like Draco said, on next Tuesday, we're going through Kingdom Hearts. It's treasure hunting time because we're at the end game, and Draco's a dragon. He wants to get all the treasures. He wants to get all the lucky emblems and all that. I personally want him to get Oathkeeper. I hope we can get to that point. So let's see where it takes us. And Hoshi.
Hello, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me here on Tuesdays playing Sindara, and you can also find me on Draco's channel on Friday playing Luna and Tarla. You can also find me here on Twitch, Blue Sky, and YouTube as Royal Hoshi. Luna.
I just did it.
Oh,
Do it again.
Chaka.
Hello, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Ko-Fi, Chocolate Zombie 101. I stream intermittently. I'm hoping to do it once a week. So keep an eye out on things because a bunch of really fun and cool video games are coming out pretty much for the rest of the year. Aside from that, here Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, playing Veska earlier on Tuesdays, Twitch.tv, Twitch person, Power Rangers Cyber Strike. That's all I've got. I don't know who has gone yet. Draco.
Milla.
I went.
Milla.
It's me.
Well, hello, I'm Milla. You can find me on the Birdie Next site, Milla Ninja Nerd. Twitch at Blue Sky, Milla Ninja. Streaming soon, TM. Also, opposite this campaign on the Tuesday nights, twitch.tv/LeChake. Charles Avidos Legacy of the Deal Breakers Volume 2, where the party has camped upon a town that has had a water elemental incursion as of late, and they're currently in the midst of a battle to protect the town from one such invasion on their way to try to deal with the problem. Will the party survive and hopefully not drown with the coral crown. Tune in next Tuesday and find out. Vaughn, take us home.
Why, thank you. You've already found me at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Blue Sky Burnout Vaughn, and on Patreon at Burnout's Bar. All we've got for the rest of the week is our strict saving game, Saved by a Spell, where a lot of things happening, where I am split from the party, and the party is having to fight a whole bunch of people and a manticore. So I'm sure they'll be fine. Fine, totally fine. That being said, since we already were talking about pack tactics, we're gonna go raid a member of Pack Tactics who's on right now, one Punkelyard Dog. So, I think, given that we're about to get into a boss fight, especially knowing Punk, the best raid message would be catch these hands.
And before you go out, let's go ahead and get our quote of the session, which goes to, oddly enough, Fritickets for I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.